Hello, everybody. My name is Adam, and welcome to the first episode of Deja Mule with our first guest, Alan, aka Man of Soul.
What's up, everyone?
He's a DJ out of the San Jose area, good friend of mine, and I thought he'd be the perfect guest to start off the series.
Yeah, man. Thanks for reaching out, having me. I've actually known Adam for a couple of years now. We haven't talked.
Yeah, at least 1 year.
Probably at least 5 years. but he hit me up, and I am just stoked to be here. So yeah, man. Thanks for
Hell yeah.
asking me.
Yeah, no problem. It's like, so before we were recording, we were talking about how you were associated as a DJ. That's your introduction line from your friends to like strangers.
Yeah. So I don't remember how the conversation came up, but we were just talking about how so I've been a DJ for a couple of years now, and most of my friends know me as a DJ. And I think there's this kind of time period. I'm over it now, but there was a time period where I just felt like it was kind of like a stigma, where say I'm in the room, right? I don't know anyone, and one of my friends just oh, this is Alan. He's a DJ. I'm like, thanks for letting them know. Immediately that I'm a DJ, but now they don't want to talk to me.
Yeah,
and I just felt like it just became interestingly harder to connect with somebody once they know that I'm a DJ.
Yeah.
And I was just I just want to become friends with somebody first, have a nice conversation before I get introduced as a DJ. But it is what it is. And it is true. So yeah.
Yeah. Dude, I can see that because I know that the thing is when someone says you're a DJ, they don't know if you're a good DJ or not. So it's funny because I feel like everyone has a friend that is a DJ.
There's a lot of DJs now. There's more of them every day, honestly. I think there's just a lot of people who are, just really interested in music, and they, just kind of want to explore and try DJing, and that's exactly what happened to me. So,
it's so accessible now too.
Exactly.
You could literally save up maybe it depends on where you live, obviously, but maybe a couple of paychecks in order to get your starting gear.
Yeah.
The laptop's the most important thing.
Get you a nice controller. Yeah, I'm sure most people have a computer of some sort, and then you're on your way.
Could you DJ? Could you DJ with a Chromebook?
I'm sure you can.
People can do it with an iPad.
If you have the application.
Yeah.
Yeah, whether it's on the iPad or on your laptop. I mean, even without the controller, you can just be one song.
Yeah.
Second song, and they'll figure it out.
Yeah. I remember when the iPad first came out, there was this software program. It was called Camel Audio, which was basically a keyboard and plays like a synthesizer. You could change all the different presets and stuff.
Yeah.
But then you could also manipulate the sound. So it's maybe you want to add a little bit more tremolo to it.
Yeah.
And maybe you want to add more reverb. Maybe you want to make it a little bit more bassy.
Yeah.
But then Apple bought them out. So now if you have Logic Pro, it's called Alchemy.
Okay.
And you could actually use that plug-in a MIDI controller. Yeah. And you could change that on a program. It's really dope.
So it sounded like it went from potentially a DJ software. It honestly sounds more of production software.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, adding effects and just dealing with synthesizers.
Yeah.
In general,
because you could hook that up on stage too. If you were to want to play your own separate piano part, you could probably just plug that in too.
Nice.
The aux cable, but I don't know. It kind of sucks that they got bought out by Apple, and I had the software to where I could use it still, but on the iPad they got rid of the iPad app. I thought that was really fun, just to fuck around on a keyboard, because I have the keyboard also. Don't know how to play it, but I still messing around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always found that interesting about you, Adam, was that so I knew you're an artist and that you play the drums. That was the first two bases of this is Adam. He is an engineer, plays drums, and loves art. And
Not
I
a
think it's
DJ.
interesting, like, hearing, or reconnecting now that you're still like in love with like tweaking things, and,
Yeah.
just like playing around with things. So yeah, don't ever stop doing that.
Yeah. Well, I stopped engineering.
Oh, word?
Yeah.
Man, you're for that for a while. I mean, for as long as I like was around.
Yeah, I was 2 out of 3 for the things you claimed about me. Yeah, I quit that.
Art and music.
Yeah, I just got so fed up with being in school for such a long time.
Yeah.
Like, it took me fucking 10 years to get my AA. So, and at that point, I was an art major because I was like, I don't know dick about school or anything. I don't even want to go to college, but my dad was like, if you want to still live here and not pay rent, you got to go to college. So I'm like, okay, cool. So I just do all art classes, and I just did
classic,
all
parental trade.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like, it was I didn't even think about long term what this means, but I did all like the major classes first, like all the majors or all the art major classes. And so when I just finally decided, like, you know what, maybe I don't want to be an art major, I want to switch to engineering. It's like I had to start all the way from the bottom of like the general ed classes.
Yeah, I feel that.
And so that took me like an extra year and a half just to do like geometry again, and like have to
take
because I got a D in high school.
What?
Yeah, and I got it. So I was
I thought you like if you get your credits, then you.
Yeah, exactly. I graduated, but I was just a shitty student. Like I remember I had barely graduated, but like, what happened is that I had to take geometry. I had to take algebra again, like high school algebra. Yeah. And then I had to do pre-calc trig. And then I got all the way up to calculus, finished that, finished chemistry. Yeah. But when I got to physics, at that point, I'm already working a full-time job. I'm like, dude, I cannot take a physics class with a lab and like be working full-time.
Oh, man, that's rough.
Yeah.
That is rough.
Because I bought that car. Remember the small-ass Honda?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I had to make payments on it. So it's
you still have that?
I just sold it to my dad.
Oh, man.
I paid it off, though, and then I sold it to my dad.
That's what's up.
But
yeah, speaking about school, I guess, so I went to art school as well for video production.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, I was doing a lot of just video content. YouTube was booming. I wanted to be a YouTuber and just like learned a lot of things and applied it. But then I graduated with the degree, and I just like didn't do anything. I still do a little bit here and there, but like in the Bay Area, there's like not a lot of opportunities,
right?
Unless like I do it myself.
Exactly.
But it's like a whole team effort,
That's exactly where I'm at. Like how you were saying, like how I got into the whole like what made me want to go into podcasting is that like I've always liked podcasts, but also like I really wanted to do sketch comedy. Yeah. Like I remember we were always talking about like Derek comedy and Community and shit,
man.
And like
shouts out.
Yeah, dude, they're like so funny and like Always Sunny in Philadelphia, that kind of stuff. Like I have a whole list of shit in my phone like that would make good sketches. But like I even tried posting on Craigslist like, hey, looking for a comedy sketch group. Yeah. Let me know. I have my own gear. Yeah. We just need actors or people willing to like put in some effort. But then people are like, oh, how much are you gonna pay? It's like I paid for all of this. Like,
well, you gotta build it from the ground up.
Yeah, exactly.
And that was like one of the things is just like finding like a crew or just like even a person that like has the same interests and like has the same vision, like has your back. So that could be me. So we need to talk about that later.
Yeah, definitely. We actually just saw one of your sketches too. I didn't know you did sketch comedy until we looked it up.
Is it Beer Camp?
It is Beer Camp.
So Beer Camp. Beer Camp is like was my senior project for art school actually. So I like this project. It's not perfect, but I wrote it, I acted it, I edited it. I basically did everything with like a small team, small budget. And yeah, I I love this project. I wish people got to see it. You know, like that's like why did I make this? Like no one is going to watch it. And that's kind of like the hard thing about being like a content creator, right?
Yeah.
Figuring out how to like get into people's faces or like going viral. Like but yeah, she has to load it up. So
yeah. When's the last time you watched this?
Not that long ago.
I watch it every day.
I like to revisit my past once in a while.
Yeah, same thing. I remember that dude. We hung out at your house one time.
Yes, that's my boy Kyle.
Hey, welcome home. I just caught a Pidgey in the bathroom.
When Pokemon Go was happening.
Yeah.
Oh, now you're Pidgey. Hey, so you want to hang out later? Man, you're always busy. Well, I just worked a full shift. All I want to do is enjoy the sweet, sweet beer.
Peace.
Yeah, you can get a beer down at the corner store. It's back. Like you got me back last time? No, I'm good for it. Dude, I got time for this.
Is this based off of real life? Do you mooch off his beers?
Not really. I just like I think like, you know, when we were writing this, like I feel like I'm always just like imaginary character that just kind of pops up all the time, right?
Yeah.
And one of the funniest things that like one of my teachers said is that like Kyle's always drinking like this shitty beer in this.
Yeah, what sweet beer for like Bud Light.
Yeah, exactly. And you know, and the funny thing is just like some side commentary is just like it was just easier for him to pick up the Bud Light.
Yeah.
You know? And then we had more of it, so like
it's cheap to buy as a prop.
Yeah, exactly. So like it was just funny because like he buys the beer, but he's always drinking the shitty one, and I'm like constantly drinking his good one. But yeah, beer camp. We're probably not gonna watch the whole thing, but it's just basically me and my roommate Kyle. I mooch on all of his shit, and he is trying to get away from me, so he goes camping, and I follow him, basically, and that's the premise.
That's a good premise, though.
I like the jokes in it. I thought it was just like dumb enough to be like that was actually pretty funny.
Honestly, like your acting is pretty believable too.
Thank you. I think it's just me, right? Like,
yeah, exactly.
I think like overall, I'm kind of like this like positive person, and I just kind of like if you've ever hung out with me, I'm just saying like random shit all the time. But it's like semi hilarious, not gonna tap on my back or anything.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was boot camp.
So that was that before getting to being a DJ?
I think I was. This is funny. I think I was DJing at the time, and I was kind of like figuring out like, well, I was going to school for video production. And I was like, this is my career, but I love music, so like I'm just kind of like DJing on the side, like as a hobby. And in a sense, I'm still kind of like treating DJing as a hobby, but like but now it's kind of like transitioned to like I'm dealing more with like music, like like music events, like music business. It's just funny how that came to be,
right?
Yeah, but I was like a AV technician for like 2 years after like graduating, and that like gave me a lot of time to kind of like learn about like audio equipment, how to set it up, like because we're doing like business conferences for like like PayPal, like they would hire our team to like set up like their all hands meeting, like people are like on stage like like talking about their year and like the report, and we'd like build the stages and like put like we like connecting all the speakers and stuff. It'd be like a week long. Like I was putting in so many hours, but it taught me a lot about like like what I'm kind of like doing now with music in a sense. Kind of like so video production, AV work, and then like DJing. Since
they all like kind of come together.
Exactly.
Dang, and like with those things, like those corporate gigs, like God, like it just made me think some like a funny situation would fucking suck for you if it happened.
Yeah.
Is that whenever we were testing out this stuff, we were able to get the audio from like the the internet to play through the headphones, but it also play through the TV, but also play the microphone recordings to the TV too, and it would do an infinite feedback loop.
Yeah.
So imagine that is like one of those like for paid, all just
and that would happen sometimes, because like the speaker, I think like most of the speakers, they're like, they're more experienced, well versed. Like I need to stand here, so there's not like feedback. And it's kind of a common occurrence, sometimes you don't know how close you are to a speaker. Like sometimes when I'm on stage, and I like want to say something on the mic, like there's a fucking giant speaker right next to me, and I forget like to like turn down the booth or something. And I'll just like, you heard that right? It happens.
Another thing that could have happened whenever you were working at like one of those gigs is that you have like a speaker, maybe it's like the CEO, he's talking about their earnings report for this whole entire company.
Yeah.
And then you just go, boo, get off the stage.
Somebody boo this man. Boo.
Like a fucking CEO. That'd be so funny though.
I think it'd be great if like if they're like wearing their mic and like it like slips off or something and it's like dangling on their pants and he like farts and
what if he farts and the wind brings it back up to his collar?
That'd be great. That'd be like the best scenario that like potentially happened.
But then he's just breathing in his fart.
I mean, it depends how bad the fart is.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Some people have some SBDs.
Poor dudes. And chicks, I guess.
Yeah, poor chicks. But we have a couple of your DJ sets. I just wanted to play a few of them. We have the tabs right there. But that's just sick though, being like on a stage, seeing that.
Yeah, just being on this stage in particular. We're actually hosting an event next Friday on the same stage.
Really?
I love this venue because it has this like LED wall. Oh, so fan. I love music so much.
And that logo's sick too.
Yeah, shouts out my friend Dante.
Oh, Dante made that.
Yeah, Dante made that. That was my first logo that I ever had. Still goes hard. I don't use that as much. Because I feel like legibility is really like important. But like with the typeface and the art like melded together, I feel like it still works so well.
Nice.
Yeah.
Damn, that's crazy though. Is that in San Jose?
So that is in Los Angeles.
That's in LA. Oh
yeah. So I actually started a music event organizing collective. I don't know what to call it yet, but it's called Spal Dreams, and we're, I guess, a music collective that organizes, live events. And I have a partner named Augie. We met at Coachella actually, like by chance. I tell the story all the time, but if you're watching this, Augie, I love you. Thank you for letting me hang out with you, and making sure that we started this business, because he asked me like 4 times, like we should start a music collective, and I was like, nah, I don't got time for that. Like I wasn't trying to I was balancing a lot of things, but he asked me enough where I was just like, all right, well, if you really believe in it, like
Yeah.
let's try it. So we started a music collective, and we hosted a live stream first because we were like mid-pandemic. We got a bunch of artists together, and that was successful.
Yeah.
It was called Pierce the Heavens. It's a play on this anime called Gurren Lagann, which is kind of like also the inspiration of our names, Foul Dreams. And that video that we just saw was from our first event. It was called Cyber Void. And
that's a dope name.
Yeah, Cyber Void was a really, really like cool branding name. We had like really good artists kind of like dial in with the branding for that show, and it worked really, really well. It was so well received. We had like 200 people in the building. I think that's like my average goal is just like I want 200 people in the building every show at least. It was just a really good time. We made a lot of friendships. People like walked away like feeling really good. So like a really, really good things about the brand. That particular show, I had a really good time. I was like, it's kind of hard to like explain. But I want to like talk about it while we're like, on this tangent. It's just like, when you're like a musician and you're like performing and you get this feeling, right? That that you can't really describe, but it's just like performing music to people and like, it's like receiving it. It's like this artist high. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like in Soul.
Yeah, exactly. Movie. And there was just like this one moment where I was just like all the lights turned off and the screen light comes out of nowhere. And I'm just like, this is fucking amazing.
It's my time to shine.
I literally felt like I was like transcending into the air, and it was just like this like beautiful moment. So yeah, that was Cyber Void. Thanks for putting that on.
Yeah.
We also got to introduce
Maddie,
who's operating everything behind the scenes.
She is. Go
Shouts
Maddie.
out. Yeah,
Have
shouts
my
out
own
Maddie.
little webcam.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Well, I just wanted everyone to know.
You can see our creepy little children art in the background as well, so that's fun.
You guys have a lot of awesome art in this house, actually. Like this table, probably can't see the table, but the table is tight. This backdrop's tight. It's like everything I'm super into.
Yeah.
Did you see the one behind you?
Now I feel like this is like the stuff that like Adam used to make, like when you would show me things like back in the day.
Nice. Well, that's good. I would like to be compared to that. It's weird. I don't draw as much weird stuff anymore. It's like, I don't.
What do you like to make now?
It's weird. So like, I feel like it's more difficult for me to find inspiration as an adult because I feel like I'm more self-conscious about what I'm making.
Yeah.
So I don't really like doing weird things anymore.
Yeah.
And I was doing more like landscapes and stuff. Like one of the pictures, you can't see it. It's over there.
Yeah.
But it's a print of it.
We'll just put it right here.
Yeah. We'll put in post. But that one I spent like a year and a half on and off, and I'm sure you can look it up.
I know, I was about to look up the Valley.
Yeah, it's the Valley, and just put the cat's pajamas.
And just to preface real quick is just like as long as I've known Adam, when he's working on these projects, it's like long-term projects. Like he'd spend like he said like over a year like doing this one piece, and they're really amazing.
You could right click probably on the image and just do open image and new tab. Open image new tab.
It would be
nice. There you go.
If
that one.
There you go. Oh well, now you're downloading it. That's fine.
That's even better. Probably.
Yeah.
Well, except it's not going to show on the podcast.
Oh yeah, that's true. It won't show on the podcast. That's fine.
But
yeah, I have a poster of that.
There you go.
There you go.
Beautiful.
But yeah.
So where did you start on this? Like
from the bottom up.
Goddamn.
So I did.
Did you have like a reference piece, or were you just like what the?
Yeah, I just drew from my mind. I was like,
That was your first digital one, right?
amazing.
that was one of my first. I did another one before where it was just like a shitty little like red panda, but like I made that as a T-shirt, and
That's tight, dude.
but that was my first real one where I got halfway through it, and I had a friend from high school. He approached me. He's like, "Hey, this is really cool. Like, would you consider like us using this as like album art for our band?"
Yeah.
And I was like, "Yeah, that sounds cool." But then I got hella fucking lazy and didn't like work on, or like I would send him some revisions of what I added on, and then he stopped replying.
Yeah.
And then I'm just like, okay, well, if I'm not getting any like feedback, then why am I gonna keep doing it? And then I went back to it like probably like a year later, being like, I want to finish this because I put so much effort, especially like in the cliffs, the trees.
Yeah.
Like there's
Like
so
on
much
the left
shade.
side, right on the of the river,
and even on the right side too, like the right corner.
Mm-hmm.
It's so much just like. So yeah, that took forever. But
well, I was gonna say like maybe down the line I can commission some art from you for some merch. And not take a year. That'd be
as long as you give me feedback.
Oh, I got you.
I need the feedback. It's like how you said, like when you get a reception from it, it makes me want to keep going. Like whenever I was doing stuff, like I'll show you the intro whenever we're done. But like I was showing her constantly, and I like her feedback because it's like, okay, I want to know, is this good how it is? What can I change? How can I make it better?
Yeah.
And yeah, and so as of right now, the only thing I've really created is be doing songs, and I use like my art as like the song art. Yeah. So like that one, I end up using it for one of our songs. Mm-hmm. It's an online band. It's a guitarist from LA.
Nice.
We call it Megathelioma.
Nice. Yeah, tell me more about that, because I know when we were. When we're working together, like, I know you'd basically be drumming, like, every day. Yeah. And not just, like, man, I don't know how to explain it. Like, when you're drumming, it's not like...
That's one of the songs. It's called Prom Dog.
I feel like when you're... I feel like when you're drumming, it's like... It's kind of like I don't. It's like mathematical, right?
It is. In a sense, right? It is. Yeah. It's not. It's not straightforward.
Like, what is that called? Like,
I guess progressive metal is like the genre we're striving for.
Yeah.
Because like that's just what I've listened to my whole life is just really complicated music that like if like one listen you wouldn't be able to really understand or get. You'd get like a little bit of how the song sounded.
Yeah.
But I like songs that confuse the fuck out of me because it makes you want to listen to it more.
Yeah.
So that way you're like, oh, now I finally understand it. Like there's an album from one of my favorite bands, Between the Buried and Me, where it released when I was in high school. And I remember I was a sophomore and I first found out about it. And I was in summer school and I would play it throughout, like waiting for the bus. Mm-hmm. And that whole song or the whole album is one song that's 60 minutes long. So every song ends with the beginning of like immediately into the next song. Yeah. And it's only 8 songs. So there's like tons of like 6 minute, tons of 10 minutes. There's a 14-minute song. There's the closer, and it's like it's crazy. It's like these people that think about this shit. It's I don't know how they do it.
They're like artists that I think it's kind of becoming more apparent now. I like that you found that like back when you found it.
Yeah, in high school.
Yeah, because I think like at that age, like I was kind of like figuring out like musicality and like kind of like the ebb and flow and how things like work together as a DJ, right? But, like like there's artists like first person on the top of the head is Virtual Riot. Mm-hmm. He created this whole album, and like you listen to it from beginning to end, and each song goes into like
I love that.
The whole album like goes like they're individual songs, but they all like go into each other like as you listen.
It's very cohesive.
Yeah, exactly, and that takes probably a lot of fucking like thought, and effort, and it's really it's really cool to see artists like think about that stuff.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, because I know Between the Buried and Me, they'll have like songs from like the first 5 minutes of the album I was talking about.
yeah.
They'll have like a riff play again at the end of the album.
Yeah.
Something like that, where there'll be like little pieces that like they play it again,
Yeah. Yeah.
but you'd only know if you actually heard the whole album.
Yeah.
It's
It's
weird.
like bits and pieces, right? I think that's what like that's what an LP is.
Mhm.
You know, it's like they have designed the sound
Mhm.
where like the whole album kind of revolves around those sounds, and they made like a bunch of tracks out of it.
Yeah.
Versus like an EP is just like, oh, I'm trying to
collection.
like, different shit now.
Yeah.
You know, and that's honestly just really cool to see.
Yeah, because I was gonna say, look up the Symbiosis artwork. That one was really fun because it's like how you said. I take the sounds, I get inspired from it, from the songs we made, and then I do the artwork after, based on how I interpret it. Should probably put the band.
That was
name.
really
Oh, look, it's Nemo.
I didn't know Nemo was making music.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it's like, I made that one with that one was just Copic markers and Micron pens.
Nice.
Well, the first one was digital, but like that's what's cool is what I like.
Is that like a seagull or?
Yeah.
Okay.
So like
why a seagull?
It's a part of the lyrics. It's like I thought of it as like, yeah, and that was the other song that we did. It was like that one's more has kind of a almost vaporwave sort of sound, but it's still like indie rock / metal kind of. But that ones are more like straightforward song.
Mm-hmm.
Every other song that we did is just like there's no repetition. There's
interesting.
no chorus.
I'm all about like like feeling that like the groove in songs, right? So like what makes you move. I think like tracks like well, I mean, I haven't heard them yet. I'm sure like your brain's always trying to find like the rhythm, right? So you can get into like the motion of dancing.
Yeah.
But when you switch it up, just like, it's an experience. Right?
Yeah.
You're just like kind of like you're like closing your eyes and you're seeing these patterns, which is also super cool. But yeah, like dance music, there's just like a formula basically for everything.
Yeah.
But it's always cool to see like when like artists like switch up the formula.
Yeah, exactly. Like I think that's what made me interested in the music that I'm into is that I love music that you would not expect.
Yeah.
So it's like there's this one band that I fucking love. They're called Igor, where it's a French composer. He mixes like metal with dubstep with like French classical. And like there's a song that's like so fucking silly. We can't play it because it'll get copyright stricken or whatever.
Yeah,
but, like,
that's fine.
But like the intro's like a fucking accordion. And then just goes into fucking blast music, like the guy screaming in the background.
Yo.
It's like good, and then it eventually gets into an 8-bit section.
Really?
Yeah, like 8-bit electronic.
You gotta send me that.
That's
really, really cool.
He's really sick, but like that kind of shit. Yeah, that's my jam. But that's what I've been doing now. So I haven't been drawing as much recently. So the most recent thing I've been drawing was just the animation for the intro. Yeah. It's like, instead of just drawing random shit that like I'm not gonna sell, because I don't know, I have this thing about like the creator of Calvin and Hobbes. He was always super protective of his art, that he didn't want to monetize it like The Simpsons did. He always felt like it loses the integrity, it loses the power, the image of selling it to like a bunch of people and stuff. So like almost everything I've been creating recently, actually my whole life pretty much, has just been for me. Yeah. So like that's what's kind of funny. It's like now I'm realized like, okay, I don't have this enough range because I'm not gonna have any clients that I want to draw for who will pay me because I'm just stubborn because I want to keep everything for myself.
I think it's weird. I think like I think when like someone like sees your art, I think they'll kind of have their I think as long as you get like your art in front, even if you're creating for yourself, as long as you get your art in front of like an audience, then you'll be able to build like I don't want to say fan base.
Yeah.
I guess fan base.
Yeah.
There's like people that like, like recognize like this is fucking great art. I wonder like, who made it, like what they're thinking, like so even if you make art for yourself, I just would want to push you to just like put it out somewhere so people can see it, like
definitely
put tags, there's a lot of art out there, but like
that's the thing is that like I follow like all my people that like I watch like on social media, they're all art. I almost basically like my algorithms cater to where I don't even see my friends' stuff.
Yeah,
I'll just randomly see it here and now, but I just see like artist work, and it's like these people make fucking new things. They're just working on projects constantly.
Yeah,
and that's just crazy. Because like I don't know, I feel like I just don't have the time to like do that.
Well, you have like multiple interests,
exactly.
Right? So it's like it's hard to like kind of like be one thing or like want to be known for one thing.
Yeah,
but it's still like a skill set that you're like that you've developed and that you're really good at. So when you do find the time, I think it's just like that's just like the bane of being like a content creator.
Yeah, right.
Like making something, whether it's like for your audience or yourself, it's just like putting it out there and knowing that it's out there and hoping that it does well. Yeah,
hoping something catches so that way it's like, oh yeah, now I can focus on that because I have enough fan base for that I get. That's the thing. It's like with the sketch comedy. It's like I tried that, like it was before COVID, then COVID happened. So I tried probably for about a year trying to find people, and I got people to be interested, and I would kind of send them like a brief thing of here's a basic idea. Let me know what you have for an idea, which I've had somebody send me something actually pretty funny. And but they were always kind of just like, oh, but I don't feel like we should meet up, or just stop replying. And it's kind of like that thing where it's like with your collective, right?
Yeah.
It's you have to have these people that have the same exact mindset as you, the same exact schedule to meet, so that way you guys can make the content.
Yeah.
And to be on the same page of where you want it to go. It's almost like dating multiple people at the same time. And it's really annoying because it's like I feel like I'm so laid back and like, yeah, I can work with anybody's schedule, but so many people don't want to put in the time.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I think that's kind of like, I'm sure it's a bunch of people's struggles, but personally, it's just like, definitely. I have a bunch of ideas that I want to like pursue with video, but like I know I can't do it myself.
Yeah, right.
I want somebody like riff off of or like have my back, and so yeah. I mean, the more we talk about it, the more I feel like we need to like do something together, right?
Because like I was even considering like.
Why did you hit me up earlier?
That's the thing. It's like I remember me mentioning it, and then I just fucking forget.
Yeah.
And it's like there were some examples that I thought of too. Like even when the whole like Craigslist ad wasn't going down, there's like a that
place.
It is. That YouTuber Gus Johnson. He makes all the videos himself, and I think they're usually around like 45 seconds, but like he plays every character, and sometimes he'll have his brother. But like, I thought about doing that, but I'm just like, that's so much work to like have to change like outfits, and like I feel like it's not as funny when it's like the same person is in each frame and there's a different character. But I mean, he does it well. But like, I feel like I would want to have a bunch of people, and I thought like maybe if I continue my current job and I have the equipment, then I just hire people to do it and basically be a producer or something like that.
Yeah.
But I also do want to write. So
yeah. No, I feel you. I like strongly relate to like, like kind of like being hands on with everything. Like, video production wise, like writing is always fun. I love to act. I just don't get a lot of opportunities or see a lot of opportunities to do that. I was in a movie though.
You were in a movie?
That like one of my classmates we all graduated, and he was like, I'm just gonna write a movie. I'm gonna do it. Like, this is what I fucking went to school for. And I had a part in it. I don't know if I can say anything because it's not out yet.
Okay.
But like,
Sign an NDA.
But like, it's just funny because like I was like wearing a wig, and like I just looked so ridiculous, but it was really fun to like have that play out.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think like video content is so different now, especially with like TikTok.
Yeah.
People do play all the characters by themselves, and like it's all short format. It's like I can do this.
Yeah.
I just need to find like the inspiration to do it again. I feel like I'm slowly kind of like working my way there.
It's hard to adjust because like I'm not sorry to cut you off, but I'm still into that long format.
Yeah.
Like sketch comedy where it's like a whole episode, almost like a sitcom kind of thing.
Yeah. No, I love. I understand. Like I love that too. But like if we weren't gonna like link up and work on something, then like I still have like a platform like TikTok to make that happen. But then it's like finding the time to like work on music, run a business, work full-time job, and make video content is like what?
It's a lot of work.
Yeah.
And you have a girlfriend too, though.
Yeah, and I'm in a long committed relationship. Shouts out to my girlfriend. And yeah, like exactly, like I'm trying to find the balance between all that, which I'm starting to find.
Yeah.
Which makes me feel really good because this year, for me, is just kind of like about just like keeping my head down, focusing on like my goals and my passions, and just like trying to level up. So like for me, every week, every week's a little different, but every week is like, all right, I'm going to work, go home, I work on music, and then the next day, go work, come home, go to the gym, and then like rinse and repeat. Basically. Yeah, that's just gonna be my goal for like the whole year. It's been working out so far. Nice. I'm working on like 2 house tracks right now. They're not any good, but like I'm learning a lot, and it just feels really good to feel like I'm having this like momentum now.
Yeah, having like progress actually like coming to fruition.
Yeah, exactly. So just gonna keep that up, see where it goes.
Yeah. So I had this funny ideas whenever me and Maddie were driving. We were going someplace and we were on the freeway, and she was driving and I was in the passenger seat, and we saw all those people that have like those like bumper stickers or like the stickers on their glass of the car that like shows what they're into and stuff. And she made a joke. She was just like, look at these basic ass bitches with their like, oh, I'm so different stickers. And I'm like, yeah, look at this bitch. Look at this basic bitch right here. It's a paramedic.
So many of those on the road.
Fucking basic. Do better.
Like, just deviate from being the same as everyone else.
Yeah, right? We get it. You save lives. But yeah, just stuff like that. It's like I can see that being like a TikTok thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just I never did that, and it's kind of hard because the timing in real time when that joke was made, it was so perfect that it'd be like hard to. We would have to follow a paramedic and hope that someone in between us has like some basic bitch ass fucking like Game of Thrones sticker with like their house or whatever.
Just kind of in post production, I suppose.
Yeah, that is true. Could have done that.
I mean, there's like the cuts in TikTok alone is just like that was so bad, but also it works because literally everybody is doing it.
Yeah.
It's like becoming like the norm in a sense.
Even on YouTube has really hard cuts, and like I feel like with more of her material, because the only time I really watch YouTube stuff is when it's like long format kind of stuff. But like it almost gives me a headache sometimes whenever it's just cut. Like almost like remember was it Eagle Eye? That movie with Shia LaBeouf. How it was just like it was an action movie, and it was just constant camera shaking the entire time and cutting and cutting.
Yeah.
And it's like, dude, I'm getting a headache in the fucking theater watching this. This is just like, yeah, fucking throw up.
Well, I mean, if they can make work, you know.
That's true. Yeah.
And then not every body of work is gonna be great.
Yeah. That's the thing too.
I'm sure Evil Eye was all right.
I remember me not liking it. Besides the camera work. But what else? So we have let me see. We have some other stuff like this Twitch, like you Twitch stream, and I saw all the little characters in there for all the people that are in the chat.
Yeah.
That's so fucking sick.
Oh, face.
They all jump at the same time.
Yeah, it's because someone like followed me, and it's kind of like a reaction to that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Can they choose what character they are?
Yeah, they can.
Oh,
yeah.
that's pretty
So basically,
fucking
like I create a database, just download a bunch of characters, and they can choose them. Most people don't know, so auto chooses.
Okay.
Wow. Dubstep.
Yeah.
Goat scream.
Scream.
So yeah, during the pandemic, there weren't any live events, and Twitch was just popping off. Everyone was kind of just like hanging out on Twitch because we couldn't be together in person. And we live in this day and age where streaming is really popular.
Yeah.
And I knew I was gonna be able to like play shows for who knows how long the pandemic is gonna go on. So I
still technically going on.
Yeah, I mean we have shows now.
Yeah.
But yeah, at the time, we were getting stimulus checks, and I was just like, I'm gonna build a PC. It's gonna be useful for me. And got the equipment, like learned everything about Twitch, and made a lot of friends on Twitch. Who some of them I got to meet in person. It's just been super fun. I don't really stream music as much, because during the pandemic I was doing it like at least once a week, and like it was fun.
Yeah.
But I was like creatively like burning myself out, and I was just like, I just want to make like good stuff now instead of just like releasing like.
So quality. You want quantity over quality. Or so it's like
quality
over quantity.
Yeah, because at the time I was just like
idiot.
at the time I was just putting out like mixes after mixes, just like this is what I made on top of my head. Some of them were really good. Some of them were like, I just want to put it out, right? Like, having content, like being an artist and just like letting it go. Like, do its thing, right?
Yeah. It is weird how you get like when you're into that. Oh, I should keep that up for a little bit. But what I find interesting is that like with Twitch, there is this like culture of like having to grind.
Yeah.
Which is like I'm not all about that. I'm so fucking like it's too much for me. I feel like I have like the spirit of an old man where I just like want to relax, enjoy my time, and like make something. Let it take time, let it cook in the oven a little bit, and when you're happy, you release it out. It's a little butterfly.
Yeah. No, I mean, yeah. You're working on like art pieces that take like potentially months, and they're amazing because you put like this like time into it. But yeah, like. Just social media in general, I feel like people constantly have to, or they feel like they constantly have to put out something, right?
Yeah,
be relevant. And with streaming, it was just like, if I'm not online, I'm not like making money or connecting with people. But like, I think as time like progressed, we all learned, that like it's about like making the connections and putting out good content, not necessarily like constantly like grinding and being online, putting out shitty content, because then people won't like relate to that or like like want to watch it necessarily. So I was streaming a lot, and I still love like stream on Twitch, made a lot of good friends, and my channel at one point was like, this is great. Like I'm like getting like 50 viewers like a day. But I got creatively burnt out. I was like,
right?
I'm not doing this
Yeah.
anymore. But now I'm like kind of getting back on this like schedule, even if it's just once a week, like just for like a couple of people. Like I feel like I still want to connect with people.
Yeah.
And I believe that will grow over time as long as I like give it like the tender love and care that I want to put out there. Basically.
Yeah, exactly. Makes sense though. It's like, yeah, there's only so much time that you could put into something before like the quality kind of degrades a little bit. But like, yeah, even I try Twitch streaming. I do it every now and then, and I think the last week was where we streamed the most, or the week before. But even then, it's like even just playing video games, or I'm not even creating anything. I'm just playing video games and talking. It's just like having to be on, having to talk, even if it's just like by yourself. It's I don't know how the fuck people could do that, especially if that's like people have that as their job, and I think that's crazy. Like, good on them. I don't know if I could do that.
Yeah, I'm not like necessarily like every day. Like even if it is just playing games, I don't want to be like in front of a camera. I don't have to like entertain people. Like as soon as I like start streaming, I know that's like I have to like make commentary.
Yeah,
and,
exactly.
Make like connect with people. I'm not always like in that mood, but like it takes time. Like you gotta take care. What is that? You gotta give yourself self-care.
Yeah.
And then
gotta hold in your farts.
You'll be more.
No, I think that's the worst part. I think that's the hardest part. That's the hardest part for me.
You guys heard that? I let it rip. It's all good, right?
Are you holding any in
I
right
have
now?
not. But
was that?
You holding any farts right now?
No, I'm not holding in any. But would you be able to get me another one? And do you want another one?
Yeah. Let's cheers real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, to homies.
To ads. But I understand, like, especially coming from a film background though, having to know ads being current on like trends and stuff.
Yeah. I feel like advertisements are always like, like trying to introduce something new with a new trend, and it's just like it's always kind of fun to see like what's happening.
Yeah, I remember. So whenever we go over to her dad's house, forgot to turn this off. Whenever we go to her dad's house, he always goes like, "Hey, did you see this ad on like Budweiser or whatever?"
Yeah.
And we're just like, we don't watch ads. Like, I haven't watched ads, and like I even recently in the past year started paying for YouTube Premium because it's your life is so much better without ads. Like, it's so much better. It sucks because we share an account, so I pay for Hulu without the ads. Mm-hmm. She has the Netflix from her dad, and then
I pay for Spotify.
And
Spotify
Hulu without ads.
Yeah.
How much more is that?
It's like $2 more a month.
Fuck.
Yeah. And the thing about Hulu ads that suck, it's the same exact commercials every time. Like, I remember
the one that like is literally like it just makes me want to tear my hair out just because I've seen it so many times.
Is it The Boys Are Back in Town?
No, it's like this cruise line, and every time it comes on, it goes, "I want to break free." It's just like, oh god damn, such a cringe moment.
Oh my god!
I get it, Like, first time I was like, yeah, I can see myself going on this cruise now.
Yeah.
But like after I've seen it like the 50th time, I'm just like, please just.
Who really gets persuaded? I always wondered who actually gets persuaded. Like, you know what? I want to go on a cruise now. Like,
I want to go on a cruise right now. If I had the opportunity, I would be on a cruise right now.
Oh.
You know what? I want to break free too, okay?
Exactly. Yeah. I'm ready to break free from this chain of working.
Yeah. Okay, honestly, yeah, I could go for a vacation. I don't know if I want to go on a cruise though, because
oh dude, cruise life is great.
Never been on a cruise in my life.
They're terrible for the environment.
Yeah, they are terrible for the environment.
I did not know that.
But
can we get do you have a mic over there?
Yeah, she does.
Can you get a segue on why it's terrible for the environment? Just real quick.
All I know is it's like a metric fuck ton of oil.
Yeah.
To like power one of those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then just a lot of pollutants into the ocean as well.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
But for me,
But for me,
like
I'm happy.
yeah, the greatest part about being on a cruise is like I don't gotta do anything. I don't gotta cook for myself. I don't have to think about entertainment. Everything's already laid out.
That's true.
I'm in the middle of the ocean. There's like
The ocean's scary, though.
semi-decent looking people on cruises. Usually they're not that great, but you know, I remember my first and only cruise. I was like, we were supposed to get off onto Catalina Island, which is like an island just outside of LA. But it was raining. It was raining really hard.
Is this the fucking Catalina wine mixer?
I have no idea.
Oh,
I don't think so. It doesn't sound like it. Catalina Island is like just like a kind of like a tourist island you could visit. You can take a ferry out there. It's supposed to be a really nice place. You can get around like on go-karts and stuff.
That's pretty dope.
And golf carts. Golf
I mean,
carts.
fuck. Everyone's playing Mario Kart all over the island.
That'd be tight, actually.
That would be
like,
sick.
So it was raining really hard, and we were looking really forward to it. So I was like, man, I'm just getting a hot tub. I'm like sitting in this hot tub, and it's raining, and the hot tub's not hot anymore. It's just like lukewarm. I'm like, am I enjoying myself? But the overall cruises are great. Like I would love to go on one as soon as possible. But virus pandemic, man, like gotta go away.
I just don't like the idea. I just sound like I'm just a big pussy, but I just don't like the idea of being stranded in the middle of the ocean.
Yeah,
I hate that. Like, I like being on land.
Honestly, it's scary. Just like looking out, and you're just like,
There's just nothing.
There's no land anywhere.
Yeah.
It's like, it is a scary feeling,
Mhm.
but it also is very like, this is fucking amazing.
Yeah, you have no cell service, right? Or do they have Wi-Fi?
No, you can get Wi-Fi, but like,
That's like,
well, what's the point?
yeah, exactly.
You know, like, I'm out there to like fucking drink pina coladas and like watch cool things happen.
I'm just drinking pina coladas in the middle of the ocean, fucking replying to my work emails and living the life. It's
like, leave me alone.
I can totally imagine that being like an influencer's picture on Instagram, being like work-life balance, and it's just like
that's like honestly such a witty caption right there.
Right? Thanks.
I like that.
Who says you can't work when you're drunk?
Sure, a lot of people.
Yeah.
But not us.
Yeah.
Not me.
True.
Not right now.
Yeah, I feel like we would be a lot better. Like, I know that, so like I work in construction now,
Yeah.
and it's really funny that like they're super uptight on like the rules. And I remember back in the day, I guess like it was normal for people to like have a beer and stuff, but then
Yeah.
obviously rules get a little bit more strict, and
It's dangerous.
you don't want to be drunk fucking using heavy equipment. So
yeah. It's like, you know, if I was your coworker
yeah.
and like, you know, I have no like information about you, but I know you're drunk.
Yeah.
We're about to like dig dirt with this giant pile driver, and he's drunk, and he's the guy. Do I trust him? You know?
Okay, so that made me think. Okay, so at your work, worst case scenario, what would be the worst case scenario if a coworker was absolutely trashed and did the absolute wrongest thing like on the job? What would be the result?
I mean, you get fired, right?
No. I mean, like, what would it do to the company? Like with mine, obviously they could kill someone because they're like drunk. They're using heavy equipment. They're not paying attention.
Yeah.
I also want to know from you, Maddie, as well. How would the worst situation for accounting be if your coworker was absolutely
You
blasted?
commit fraud.
Would be
That's a good one.
okay.
I'm
Drunken
working in a
fraud.
warehouse right now for a tech company, and I mean, you know, could go wrong. Maybe like
Kill somebody.
yeah, maybe like knock over a rack or something like you know,
The whole
crushes
country?
you. Yeah, but you know, I guess like it's not too bad. We actually have alcohol on site. We have like a like an alcohol fridge. No one ever touches it though.
Yeah.
Like it was great. Like pre-pandemic, we were like having like socials and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, now like everyone's working from home. Like no one drinks alcohol; it just sits there.
Yeah.
Just, like, one day.
Dang. That's what's crazy. Tech companies always usually have like some good incentives, like
Yeah.
the beer fridge. One of my friends used to work at one,
Yeah.
and I remember it was almost like, "Hey guys, let's go over to my work and get hella drunk on their dime, and let's play like ping pong, foosball. We
Right.
played Super Smash." It
Those
was
things
fun.
only work if you have trust, though. Like, once
Yeah.
someone fucks up, they get rid of the beer fridge.
Yeah, I mean that's happened to
Yeah.
us because like we have a company card at my work, and I guess they actually say it in the PPB or whatever, like the guidelines of what you can and can't use. It actually says you cannot use it for strippers. Someone obviously used it, and I don't doubt it.
They have to add that now.
Yeah,
Like, all right, new rule: no strippers. Fucking
yeah,
ruining the fun, Joey.
yeah, right.
Could have had strippers.
For free, free stripper. Who doesn't want that?
You know what? That does remind me. I'm not going to name the company, but the company that I just left, their San Francisco office has a cabinet labeled emergency supplies.
Yeah.
That cabinet in San Jose has, like, freeze-dried food, like actual emergency supplies. But the one in San Francisco, it's just, like, leftover assorted beers from parties.
Leftover beers.
I mean, they gotta put it somewhere.
Yeah.
You know? It's like beer lasts like for so long.
We
Like,
make some jungle juice.
Yeah. as soon as the social comes back.
Yeah, but I actually wanted to talk to you about these logos. I like the evolution of like what you went through. So like with that one, that was the one that Dante made, right?
Yeah. So what's going on here? I guess just to talk about like the Man of Soul project was so in the beginning, you know, I was trying to figure out like my alias,
Mm-hmm.
and just like my sound, right? I was trying
Yeah.
a bunch of different things, like I like house music, but then I also really love like bass music, like heavy shit that like, makes people like want to move, right?
Yeah.
And in the beginning, before Man of Soul, I was actually just called like Alan Soul. But then at some point, I was like, I really don't want my name to be there anymore. You
Yeah.
know, like so that I had an interview with a collective where I was like making a guest mix, and like on the spot,
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I think I want to be Man of Soul. And then they're like, but we already made the Alan Soul audio clip. And I was like, no, gotta have to scrap that. Yeah.
Fix
and
it in
like,
post.
yeah,
Fix it in
exactly.
post.
And you know, I really like it started with soul, right? Like I really like the idea of like doing things like from your soul, like something that like, you know, that you can connect to. I love like the idea of like magic like existing in the world,
Yeah.
or just like, you know, like manifesting energy, stuff like that. You know, it's kind of like just a play on words. And
Yeah.
then, like eventually I was like, wait, I can make Man of Soul a wizard. Right? And then like sometimes I'll like wear a cape like while I'm DJing. I like to pretend like I'm fucking around with magic, like with like music.
Shoot bottle rockets in the crowd.
Can you imagine? Yeah. So when I finally came across the Man of Soul idea, it was like I gave the idea to my friend Dante. Shouts out Mortals. He, you know, still goes by that name. And yeah, he made this logo. It had the potion in it. It was just very clean.
Yeah.
And then I have a friend who has been a musician all his life. His name's Brendan, aka Denzuko. We had a show together, and he made his own logo, which is so Denzuko is like a computer virus.
Is it from Kolyoko? Because that looks like a Code
love
Lyoko. That looks like a Code Lyoko thing.
the robot thing.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't even know what the.
I don't know what they're called. It's been
virus-
so long
virus.
though.
But
It's a
like
good
then
show.
Zuko, yeah, I actually just segue. I actually was just like I fucking missed that show, so I watched
So
the first couple episodes like a couple weeks ago because I never finished that. I just like want to know.
Yeah.
Did you know that Code Lyoko is actually a French cartoon?
It's French.
It's French, yeah, like yeah, and then it got adapted to America.
Yeah.
But like the original dialogue is in French.
That's
Which
crazy.
is like unheard of. But
Yeah.
it's on Netflix.
It's on Netflix.
Yeah. So
Okay, I know.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be watching.
so like I was just because it'll show you like what is the
Yeah.
original audio and it said French.
That's cool. So we have another segment we wanted to do. If you want to pull up the PowerPoint.
Oh yeah.
So I thought this would be a fun idea.
Yeah.
So we're gonna look at some random pieces of art,
Mhm.
and can you open up PowerPoint? Yeah, you can in Chrome. So you got to guess the PowerPoint.
no.
Sorry. You gotta guess. You gotta guess what time, like what the year the piece was made in.
Okay. Is this like how far back are we talking though?
I give you options.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So is this like what is that like? How to be a millionaire? Do I get like 4 choices?
Yeah.
Can I call it like a lifeline?
Yeah.
Oh.
I made sure to try and find some interesting pieces.
Like climbing into his ass.
Well,
I got.
well, the first thing that I'm noticing is like the ring plate going on, right?
Yeah.
With the words, and at the bottom it kind of says 1592. So I'm gonna go with C, 1500.
I was gonna go with 1600s, but until I'm gonna go. You know what? Fuck it. I'm going with 1600s just in case it's wrong.
I didn't
Yeah.
even know it said that down there. Holy shit.
Yeah, I mean that's what it says, right? I think.
15.
What does it say? Like
Yeah,
word,
I think it's 59.
rock,
It has to be
band.
59 too. Yeah.
Yeah, let's go.
Wow.
But I mean, the first indicator, I guess, it could have been any year except for the 1800s.
I thought the 1600s was gonna be it.
I think it was close enough to 1600. Right? It was
Yeah.
like 92, which is like 8 years.
That's a clearly old idea for a bunch of kids
But,
or
like-
to crawl up someone's ass.
Those
Yeah.
look like grown adults.
But what is he
Maybe.
doing? Like he's just like throwing seeds on the
So
ground.
it's called the Flatterers, which
Oh
I
my
feel
God.
like
He's flattering.
He's
instead of
flatulating.
kissing their ass,
Oh my
you're
god.
crawling into it.
Oh,
That's
but it looks like
funny.
he's like, yeah, he is like dumping a bunch of seeds too.
Yeah, it's like. Yeah, is he like planting? I don't know. There's a lot of questions.
Yeah, that was weird.
But yeah, I guess the next one. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh.
okay. All right, I don't see a year in this one, so.
Yeah.
What is that?
I think. Oh, well, first of all, like, what the fuck is that in his mouth?
It's like a worm.
It's like a screaming penis.
The screaming penis.
I was kidding. And then why is the elephant in his teardrop?
Oh yeah, there
It's
is
like
an elephant in his tear.
It's like. I think okay, so
This is weird.
what I'm thinking about while I'm looking at this like piece is like the shading for the most part, and like the eyes of the whatever that is, like the alligator
T-Rex,
dragon.
alligator.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go with A. 1970s.
I'm gonna go with B. This looks kind of old,
It does,
but
but it also kind of looks like
it could
like
be.
children's book.
Fuck.
Yeah, there we go. Let's go. Hey, I took a little bit of art history. Not that it did me any good.
I
but-
mean, Adam has an art history degree.
I don't know, you know.
Yeah, I don't remember shit.
I just think
though.
about like the like art, like children's book art,
Yeah.
like the one with the caterpillar. It
Yeah.
was similar to that like scope of time. And you know, I was born in the '90s, so I felt like it could have been too far off, which is why. I
Yeah.
went with
I went to 1870s because I thought because there's some weird art you find. That's the thing. It's like you never know what year it could actually be made in.
Yeah.
And so
I feel like
I'm just ignorant.
I feel like and this is just like a opinion. Is it opinion? It's a suggestion. It's just like I think anything like past the 90s, like earlier than the 1900s, right? It's just like a lot of the artwork was like kind of revolving around like culture, I guess, you know, like buildings, Roman pieces, some sort of like indicator of like what was happening this time.
Yeah.
Where like this is not.
That is true. A lot of old arts are specifically about religion.
Yeah.
For the most part.
Yeah.
A lot of famous ones. But you never know because you get some one-offs like the one before.
Yeah.
Okay, I know this one. I know at least the artist.
Really?
Yeah.
Wild.
It looks like it's from the Garden of Earthly Delights. But one of the panels. And I think it was 1800s. I think it's A.
I mean, let's just take a look at
Yeah,
what
there's
the
a lot
fuck
going on.
is going on
Yeah.
on the right. Is he eating? What is that bird?
It's a bird.
It's a bird like sitting on an egg
Well, I'll bring down the mouse. a little
Oh,
bit.
sorry.
with like and like there's like a person in the egg. That's fucking wild.
I had a sweatshirt that was like this.
This
but-
is tight, actually. I
Yeah.
love what's going on.
There's,
Well, there's
there's
a lot
totally
of
an orgy in the back, though.
Well, where?
Look at the back. All the naked people just like covering up and like laying down and stuff. And
I just think like they have like nothing to hide. I like that like there's a book with like a dude like squished underneath the
the
harp.
mandolin.
Man,
It's like a mandolin with a harp in it.
mandolin. I think
Okay, but where's Waldo?
Yeah, this reminds
Where
me.
is
Remember
Waldo?
those I Spy books too?
Yeah.
From the book club?
Yeah, those were good.
Oh, dude, the guy's got a fucking flute in his ass. The one holding the big ass trumpet.
Oh, he does. Whoa. Like, is this a piece about like music, time, space, or?
It just looks like it's about fucking
There's like
chaos.
what is that in the middle? Is that like a metronome or?
It looks like it could be a metronome.
Well,
But they have a triangle. There's someone behind it with a triangle.
Yeah.
But it's like a very...
I'm very curious who like made this piece actually, but I think I'm gonna go with fuck. This is actually really hard. Based on what I was saying, honestly. So what I was saying earlier was like the shading, right?
Yeah.
And like how it was relevant to that time. So I was gonna pick C, but I think I'm going to go with B.
I'm doing A.
I think I want to do D, but I'm gonna go with B just to be safe.
Fuck!
Oh, that's 3 for 3. Let's go.
Dude, look at this. People in the bottom underneath the bird guy, they're like in a tier.
Where?
Yeah, Garden of Earthly Delights.
God of Earthly Delight.
I had a sweatshirt of this,
Dude,
Wow.
this is sick.
but I didn't remember what year it came in. You
I
see
was
the other,
shook that you knew the name.
it's a triptych. It's a triptych. There's 3 sides to it.
Yeah.
The first, I had a sweater that the middle one's the most famous one. And then they have the other one on the left side, which is like they're in hell. And then they have this one that's on the right. And I can't believe I threw it. It's a very... To wear that as a t-shirt is fucking funny.
Honestly, I would definitely rep that. Like on a
Yeah.
hoodie, I think that'd be
But
pretty
It
hard.
was a crew neck sweater. So it wasn't as cool.
That's even better.
Yeah. I feel like
I don't
that's like if you wore that to a show, that goes hard. But yeah, like I don't know, the 1400s just like I don't know what the fuck people in the 1400s
Yeah,
were saying.
yeah,
So,
right?
like, maybe like 100 years later they'll probably be thinking about stuff like that.
Okay. This one.
Going more modern.
That is more
It
modern.
does, yeah. So let's talk about what's happening in this here piece. We got
It's like a bunch of floating eyes coming
I
out of... it's almost like they have tree stumps, but with like eyes that are extending out like this thin branch. So there's like a thin branch extending from the stumps with like eyes at the very end of it. They're like 20 feet tall.
yeah, it's like a stoplight.
Looks like a
Like
stoplight.
like a street light. Like a eye. I think I think what's interesting is not necessarily the fucking dude, but like why like the ocean river is like that.
Yeah. It's very red. It's very warm.
Oh, maybe this is like a piece on Mars. You know what I'm saying? Because Mars has like water
Yeah.
potentially.
But then, once Papa Elon Musk finds it, we'll
Yeah.
be there soon.
Elon. Yeah.
Elongated muskrat.
Just bring Dogecoin back to 80 cents at least for me. But yeah, you know, I think it just goes back to what I was saying. Like, I think this is just like what I'm saying for every piece is the shading, right?
Yeah.
And like the color gradients, like you see in the corner, is super blue.
Yeah.
And it feels like that blue is much more modernized, right? So
Well, I mean, all 4 of these options are way closer than the other ones were.
I'm gonna go.
Like the other ones were whole ass centuries.
True.
I'm gonna go 2000s.
I'm gonna go with C 2010s. 2010.
Can I get one? Wow, 2020s.
Yo, I was thinking it.
What
but
the fuck?
Yeah.
Aesneer. Wow.
It does look a lot more like.
It looks
relevant.
modern.
Yeah.
It looks very modern.
I just felt like it. Yeah, it had like a little bit of like age to it, but
Yeah.
I can see that nowadays as well.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, that was my last one.
That was
Good job,
awesome.
guys.
That was
Woo!
great. I like that.
Yeah.
Let's do more of that. I love
Oh,
talking about.
I sent some on Instagrams too that I did just like I said, I find a bunch of art and I save it that I think that would be perfect for this podcast. You can skip the sucky tattoos one. That one's kind of funny. You can just show them real quick, actually. Show them the sucky tattoos one.
Oh, shit.
That one's hella funny. It's such a good page to follow on Instagram.
Sucky tattoos.
Look at that.
Oh my god.
It's
Oh
Jesus
my
dabbing
God.
on the cross.
Oh my. He dabbed for our sins. I fucking love that.
God damn it.
my
The
God.
comments.
I became
I
a
love
Christian after
reading
I saw
comments
this.
on like funny stuff like that.
What would Jesus dab? WWJD. The dabbing of the Christ. That's so good. So the next one has audio. Sounds funny. I like beans.
I wish that like it had captions. I know what it was saying. But this is tight.
Yeah.
I like this.
He says, I like beans.
I like how like none of it is falling out of his mouth.
Literally in his mouth.
He's not. He hasn't even caught one. He hasn't caught one. He fucking loves it.
I love beans, but I don't love eating them. Wait, does it say the... Oh, it doesn't say the name of it.
Oh, yeah, I guess we should be crediting artists.
Yeah. Yeah, what is the... Let's say the artist for that one. Go back to that one really quick. I did say the other one. High Fructose is a magazine. I have a bunch of their
Ryan
magazines. Really
Anderson?
fun.
Nice. Well, what are they?
Ryan D. Anderson. That is the animator.
Shout
Yeah,
out.
shuts out.
Hell yeah.
Let's look at this one.
Ooh, I love these ones. They're like little comics. So there's like 4 pages in it.
So she's down to partay.
Yeah.
Oh, her eye.
Ooh, look at the world. The world's fucking getting drunk.
This reminds me of like a fucking regular show.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
The world's
world-
head exploded
This is
because it's just he partied too hard.
this is the end of the world as we know it.
This
I
artist
love
is
like
great.
the expressions on every like character's face.
Yeah, that is totally like a similar vibe to regular show. It's just like
Yeah, yeah, the way they smile. Like,
yeah.
Whoa.
I like this artist too. He's pretty funny.
I think I've seen this one. Yeah, these are like popular right now.
You're full of shit.
Literally.
I like how they have the same face.
Yeah, every character has the same face.
Oh my God.
Sir Joan Cornella. I know you got me one of his books for Christmas, and I have it. They're really funny. They're all just like that.
I like how like they're able to still like depict like men and women.
Yeah, even though they have the exact same face.
Yeah.
I know because I guess a lot of people on the internet, they really hate it whenever they genderize or they gender animals. They gender animals,
yeah.
or like in Pixar, I guess they're like, oh yeah, because I couldn't tell apart from a female fox because it had huge tits and like fucking like big eyelashes.
Just give it a bow, right?
Yeah, exactly, right? You could just give it a bow, but it is kind of funny how they have to make it like that, like
sexualized. Like,
yeah, like a furry.
Yeah. Sex sells.
It does. But
I think there is a difference between like the male and the female face though, is that like if you're looking at the man's face, it's like the cheekbone like connects to his nose versus like the female.
Oh
like,
yeah, yeah, it
detached
is.
And
the nose is different.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, even
Find the difference.
Same eyebrows. Like,
Yeah.
it works somehow.
Same eyebrows, same eyes, same mouth. It's just different cheekbones and different nose.
And one of them sits to pee.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's what I always look for.
That is true.
Yeah, that she's doing that.
But look at the is it Mozu World? This guy, he makes fucking sculptures that are like miniature, and they're so
I've
dope.
seen these. Or not this one specifically, but like, oh, yo, it's tight.
But he makes them out of like they look like they're in a wall.
Yeah, yeah, I've seen that.
And like I found a bunch of these, and then I got advertised a bunch of them to where I get like people who have miniature bakeries, and for our test podcast, we actually got into an argument because I thought they were real. It's like, no, they clearly look like clay
in the wall. Oh well, yeah, no, it's just miniature too.
Yeah, but they look real.
Some of them like they're like cooking.
Yeah,
like with like they're actually cooking it. Well, it's like
that's what he thought.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, there's one that was just like
they
crack an egg and they stir it in a bowl and it gets like like yolk.
No, I think like some of them are actual miniature cooking.
But she doesn't believe me. At least the one we saw.
I think so. They're like
some of them are, but the one we saw
was not.
Okay.
Was not.
Was not. I did not.
It's funny what people like come up with. This is why I love like art so much.
Oh, that's colorful.
This one's tight. Yeah. This one's a trick. What the fuck? Like the top right with the mouth there, it just looks like a donkey. Like,
yeah, it's like a mouth over a mouth. There's just so many mouths and like hands that look like it's just like a bunch of fucking velociraptors like climbing on top of each other. It looks like.
Yeah.
It's very psychedelic too.
Honestly, I love pieces like this. This would be album art.
Yeah, definitely. That'd be great. I'm actually get it as a tattoo. That'd be cool. That'd be crazy though.
Yeah, it'd be a trip to look at.
Do you have any tattoos?
I don't. I want some.
Uh-huh.
I don't want to pay for it.
Yeah,
like there's just so many other things I want to get. Like like a tattoo is not on high priority, but I would love to get a tattoo. Like
definitely.
I think one of the first tattoos I want to get is so I'm a Pisces. I'm the last day to be a Pisces.
She knows a lot about horny scopes.
Wait, so that means your birthday is like next week?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
What the hell?
Turning 30. But yeah, I'm
dirty 30.
The last day to be a fish, which also means I'm on the cusp. And I relate to both like I don't know what to call it, like astrological
Signs
or horoscope signs.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I feel like I heavily like relate to what a Pisces is. So I want to get like the Pisces symbol and like two fishes like swimming, around each other like on my heart chest area. That'd probably be like my first piece. To like honor that, I guess.
Yeah. Wait. So what were a Pisces and what's the other one?
It would be Aries. So I'm a Pisces Aries cusp.
Wait. So you would get two fish, or you would get the fish and the Aries one?
Just the fish.
The ring.
Oh, so you don't even want.
I don't want the Aries.
Even though
I'm not an
close,
actual
like
Aries.
even though I'm really close to this, I'm not gonna get a tattoo.
I can relate to like certain aspects of what like an Aries is, but Aries is very like they're a fire sign. They're like hot headed and like they like there's a lot of things that like I feel like I gain like I guess I don't know like energy from those from that sign, but I really feel like I'm more of a fish.
I feel like I'm more of a fish. What if you had the idea that you had the fish swimming against like or in the area of your heart, but then you have one of them has a chat bubble that says something that an Aries would say? What would it say?
That's so hot.
That's so hot.
Maybe I could just have them like swimming in like lava or something.
Yeah,
just
swimming in
to
lava.
have that. Like,
That'd be cool. Make it look like one of those 3D ones where it's like melting your skin.
Oh shit.
That'd be wild.
Yeah.
And tight. But yeah, it's kind of like kind of in the air. I like screenshot some ideas like apply later whenever that happens.
Yeah.
But I definitely want one. And I feel like it just adds more to like the artist persona that I have.
Yeah.
It's like that makes sense.
Yeah. It's weird because like I didn't get a tattoo until like last March actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is it that one?
This one. It's the mountain lion with like a skull.
I think I saw a photo of that like at some point, right? Did you post that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This one's honestly this was my favorite, but like I
cool.
still really like this one. I got this one done like a month ago.
Wow.
So it's very recent, which is kind of funny because it's like this one.
I show the camera.
Yeah, raise it up.
Show the camera. Yeah, this is the first one I got, and then it's like the mountain lion with the skull, which I really fucking love, and then this one I really do love too, especially because it's like I don't know. I like the idea how this one. Whenever I see my peripherals, I just look like I have a dark arm. I don't know why that's cool, but it's like it's weird to like growing up and seeing like your arms one way and then now you just see it completely different.
Yeah.
And this one I got done by Stacy Dickinson, I think. It's either Dickinson or Dixon, and he's in Sacramento, so he's more like realistic stuff. This guy, he was like in Korea. He's from Korea, and like he just did like a guest spot for like a month in San Francisco. So, and I just barely got him on like the last week he was there.
I see that the front one.
Yeah, it's like a floating castle.
In the sky.
Yeah,
that's tight. Oh yeah, there's like a woman down there too.
Yeah. When people ask, I always tell them it's their mom.
Smooth segue.
Yeah. It's just funny because like I don't have meaning for my tattoos, so it's like I just like shit that I really like.
Yeah,
with drawing valleys, mountains, canyons, kind of thing. I always love the idea of like having like a floating chunk of land and then like having like a landscape in the sky.
Yeah.
And so this was like the artist's interpretation, like, oh yeah, let's do this. This is his idea to have like the field, the girl, and just the background. Well, this guy, I was like, I want a mountain lion head. And he's like, okay, that's cool. I was like, but like, let's make it how his style. He's been doing a lot of like females that are like kind of like cybertronic. And so he just had this idea where it's like, it has like a mechanical like jaw, but it has like a primal skull on top of it, and it's kind of like all connected.
I think this one is cleaner.
Yeah,
like it's easier on the eyes and like just looks super sick. This one, like
It's hard to tell.
A lot of details in the shading where
It's
you
like
have
depth.
to exactly.
It is.
Like you have to look and analyze it to see what it what it is.
And it's like two completely different styles. It's like this one's photorealistic, this one's more illustrative.
Yeah.
And it's funny because I was actually at a job site today, and I was talking to one of the superintendents, and I just introduced myself, and he just grabs my arm, is like, "What is this?" And I'm just talking about it, and he's a real cool dude. I've already met him before, but it's just funny. And then we just kind of go off and talk and stuff, and that's what I like is that a lot of these guys that are in construction, they're so chill and they're so down to earth, and you could joke about anything, and it's funny is that you don't have to I felt like where we used to work, it was kind of the same thing. It was super chill. Yeah. No one was uptight. And I honestly could say whatever the fuck I want without getting in trouble. When most places are like, "Ooh, you can't say that. You get fired."
Yeah.
And it's
I think working in the office space, you they're guidelines.
Yeah.
You can't just necessarily say anything, but people still do.
Yeah, exactly.
But then you hear it and you're just like,
yeah. You kind of have to know your audience, though.
Yeah.
You just don't say to someone you never met before.
Yeah, exactly.
So I would say stuff to people. We've been when we worked together. We worked with those people for a long time. Yeah. I could say that stuff. Same thing with my current job. I could say the things I want to, and they understand because I'm joking or whatever. But that's the thing. It's just you can't just say it to somebody you never met before. Something that's just
test the water.
Yeah, exactly.
You gotta make sure they're cool.
Yeah, exactly.
Or at least understand humor.
Yeah. But you said that you had an event coming up.
Yeah, we do. So Spiral Dreams, we are booking an artist from Toronto. He's going on tour. North. Yeah, he's going on tour right now. His name's Yusei B-Flow. He is a dubstep rhythm DJ. He got put on to Lost Lands in 2021. If you don't know what Lost Lands is, it's a music festival that's just purely bass music, held by Excision, which is one of the grand godfathers of dubstep. And it's Lost Lands is this it takes place in a prehistoric time, so there's giant dinosaurs, animatronics, just
that's dope.
Yeah, and it's what they call the Mecca of dubstep festivals.
Really?
I've never gone to it. I would love to go to it. But anyway, so we have a show in Los Angeles at Catch One LA, March 18th. It's on a Friday. We have 5 artists. Yusei B-Flow being the headliner, and he's a madman. He's the banana man. He wears a banana suit. Has double, triple drops, quad drops, which is 4 tracks playing at the same time, which is
what?
Really, really complicated to do. Super excited to do this. This is our 3rd show for the collective, and it's been going. We're trying to just do as much as possible, marketing, and just I guess the big thing for me with Spiral Dreams is just bringing people together, right? Creating a community and creating a positive place for people to come and enjoy music, and so far it's been very well received, because people leave and they're just they say a lot of great things about who we put on and who they meet throughout the night. It makes me feel really good that we're able to do that, because one of the principal things for me, for the collective, is I really just want to work with authentic, genuine people. Yeah. I love music, right?
Yeah.
I don't have a lot of time for the bull crap,
Yeah.